Excuse me. She has a quest above her head! What the flip? I did not expect her to speak, so I ran away from the crime scene. So when I first did this quest, oh look at me. I didn't know there was voiceover, but I got more accounts I can do this on, so.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating?
Hell yeah!
Great! Then let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you.
Okay, I got this far. Bye-bye. She doesn't know.
You wanna check out the area over there? Okay, I'll wait here for you.
You weren't supposed to know. I don't know what we're doing because I didn't think it was gonna be text, so I skipped it. Sorry, kirara.
Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask?
I mean, yeah, me.
Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look!
Girl, which way? Left or right? Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
I killed them all. I'm sorry I had to find out this way.
There once was a goddess
What the fuck?
who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
Wait, she died? Wait, I thought she died?
What? Who said that?
Guys, I think there's a ghost.
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene.
Damn, I don't know what that would be. Chat. I'm gonna need to translate this real quick. I mean, I feel for a pixie, she's quite big. I'm gonna be honest.
They saw a narrow path off to the side.
I mean, I guess we did.
Okay, but which side? Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out.
Damn! Again, what's with the attitude?
Part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration. All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Okay, I guess we're going left.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what?
Then we went left. And left we did.
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the Future Marquis's Abode to Be. You like it? The Future Marquis's Abode to Be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a little bit boastful.
But before you continue, I must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit on the chair in the center. Otherwise, the consequences could be a bit embarrassing.
Alright, no shares. How the fuck did I miss this? Ah! He's fine. Don't worry, he's fine. He just stubbed his toe. He's fine.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world outside.
Wait, new voices. Who are they?
Harmon, they're the same person doing different voices, are they not?
Rises.
Oh, that's the middle one.
As golden sunlight fills the firmament, the tabletop engrosses your attent. Perchance peruse these pages thence. They surely represent
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling. Why isn't she reading the files on the desk? Hey, Bobarano, maybe quit showing off and try using words she'll actually understand.
I can either rhyme like a bard, or I can curse like a sailor. And right now, Cafe, you are seriously tempting me towards the latter.
What's with the attitude? Can everyone calm down?
To remove with wood and earthenware strewn all around.
I accidentally
the
moved and it
demon
did not.
feline's fury can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground.
No, you don't. I wrote that.
Perhaps the Outlanders are worried that something drastic will happen the moment they remove it. Maybe that's why they're investigating the area thoroughly first. Can't fault them for that. I'm wondering if we can take advantage of this downtime to discuss whether we really need to keep this up.
What the
If you guys don't want to put on a voice and speak in verse, be my guest. Just don't blame me for your own poetic incompetence.
What is with the attitudes?
Cafe, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair, Cafe.
Put a sticker on your back.
Sigurd, when I'm scared. Where am I supposed to go? Can I read this again? I fucked up like the voiceover like 10 times in that small. Behold these nuts, bozo. Fucking got him. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little looky, I guess. Any chests?
As the Outlander stands before the clockwork key, they're overcome by a sudden urge to set it free. Also, Cafe, that'll be my last rhyming line. I'm not writing any more poetry until you apologize.
What does it matter anyway? I've lost count of how many people have tried this before. No one's getting that key out.
This?
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought.
I literally just
The
punched it.
Outlander's comrades urge her on. Keep up the attack. Don't give up halfway.
We didn't want to interrupt because listening to you guys argue is pretty entertaining.
No,
But
it's not. I
seriously,
hate
I'm
arguing.
not about to cheerlead for someone attacking an inanimate object. That's just embarrassing.
Damn!
Cafe, speaking of not giving up halfway, shouldn't that also apply to our performance as bards?
I wouldn't give him that much credit. He didn't give up halfway, he quit before it began.
I'm going to become the Joker.
The attack now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is the time to seize.
But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch. Wait, what? They got it out?
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts and your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard
Da
feelings
da
about
da
your
da
lack
na
of
na
poetic
na da da na na
contributions.
na 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 da 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 na 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 da 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 dum 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 dum. You were not the same person doing a voice. Oopsie.
Ah! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
I mean, we have heard enough otherwise.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
Well, we did that, so now what?
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Yeah, not that I remember their names or which voice was to who, because they sounded the same to me, and also I interrupted them like 10 times by simply slightly moving.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
What guy? It was a ghost!
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past. Allow me to quote, if I may, in the history of Constellation Metropole, a new page has begun.
That's why I think they all sound so annoying. They're British. That's not funny. That is... Sorry. That is so mean. I do, however, mean it.
Him.
Speaking of the devil.
Well, there's no fourth person, so which of you is the ventriloquist? Come on, out with it.
We've never heard that voice before.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on, like where our journey goes from here.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some dispute over the historical record.
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale of the dragon of old, and unfortunately, we don't know which one is the truth.
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Dragon these nuts! Dragon these nuts!
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say dragon of old,
I said dragon of these nuts.
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore the truth of the past?
not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
Okay, so now they're just gonna bicker about it with each other.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble outlander.
You can use Kami Bill.
Noble traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Yeah, she's very pale, you're right.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still.
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat. I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Grrr, grrr.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there.
Cape leads the party to the so-called Sacred Memorial Site.
This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the dragon of old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought the dragon into submission, and it fled. They took turns, though. Some forefathers worked the day shift, while others worked the night shift.
So they worked shift while the poor dragon had to work around the clock?
So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Oh.
Wait a second. Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous. That's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveller food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived. The traveller and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Come here.
He might feel a little sick.
Wow. A true
It's
display
more.
of heroism and valor. It was as if this...
Sorry.
Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now, let's get down to business.
Okay, why did you say it like that?
As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Okay.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind.
They're so annoying.
But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
Yeah, basically.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard.
Interesting how, as you could say, history repeats itself.
The teacher then turned to Cape and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
Oh, wow.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the Girak and on the very first page of the book.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
I mean, that's what they said at first, and then they went on a tangent about, like, I don't even fucking know, something else.
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Can I just put the key in already?
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Kirara, please, just let me put the key.
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crests of each of our clans. So you'll just need to reference my family crest and join the dots accordingly.
Dots? That's my reference. Oh.
To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you really think that taking away the construction crew and blueprint will cause it to collapse?
Depends.
The Traveller Marquis prepares to insert the great clockwork key into the nearby keyhole.
Alright, British guy, that's in my head. I'm about to put this in. Alright then, let me make a save. Wait, how do I start? Alright then, let me see what I can do. She's walking around.
I guess we should start here?
Girl, I'm already done. Give me that. I need that after everything I've been through.
Behold,
In the past, like,
the
2
sacred
minutes.
writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness.
Goddess's Manuscript 1. Brave Fanchas mounted a haystack, picked up a fork, and planted it 10 down atop the mountain of grass. Behind him was a large, bright moon. He shouted out the names of everyone in the village. The village chief was first to be named, and so frightened was he that he wished to climb up the haystack and stop up Franch's mouth. Are you crazy? You're yelling so loudly the dragon might show up. You're good for nothing! Have you not seen how the windmill everyone built has been destroyed by the dragon? And here you are, worrying if I'll return? Francis really would have loved to kick him off the haystack, but held back given that the chief, too, was worried for the village's safety. Francis saw that nigh all the villagers had arrived, and so he cleared his throat. Dear neighbors and kin, think you still that we must endure this? No, of course not. But we cannot do anything about the dragon, said the grocer. Who says so? Did I not leap onto its neck from the windmill blades, stepping on it twice, and did it not fall down and flee? Perhaps everyone works so hard to build a mill that was destroyed. Everyone's emotion came inflamed, lifting up their fists, decided to take down the dragon. Francis lifted his own hands and calmed the crowd. Let us go now for today. Everyone's present. Lack of self-preservation is not bravery, but rather wrath. If we yet decide to face danger after calming ourselves, only then may we truthfully call our sentiment valor. So everyone went home. The next day, there were still many youngsters who wished to follow Francois to take down the wicked dragon. Who would have known that the violent possessed the protection of the goddess's radiant charter? Encountering true valor, the dragon could neither spout fire nor slash with claws, and was forced to allow the other party to call pauses and switch personnel. And so, after several days and nights of fierce fighting, the wicked dragon could no longer bear it and choose to surrender. AA. Is that written by Alice?
Feast your eyes. Rejoice and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth. Look at the signature. Nobody is capable of forging that.
I mean, it's just 2 A's.
I don't believe it. So, all along, our histories have been false?
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that ours are false.
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the mental gymnastics, Bobarano. Been waiting for that look of jealousy on your face
Again,
my whole life, and I'm gonna
what
savor
is
it.
with the attitudes? Guys, soldiers, the vibes are not it. I'm feeling tension. Can we please calm down?
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum could indeed have more than one solution. Everyone agreed that there may be more than one truth. The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? It feels like you're forcing a narrative agenda on us here.
Okay, I'm gonna... Whatever.
Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times.
Don't copy me ever again.
Besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
Okay, SpongeBob.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
You got that shit.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Do you think everyone else that's like nearby is like, who said that? Who said that?
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
Damn! Again, can't we please? The vibes are not it.
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
Damn! Everyone is ganging up on him.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bob.
Damn!
Those are my last words.
Damn! Calm down! Calm down!
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Okay, she's serving cunt with these boots.
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Riddle me this. Your mom is so mom. She's your mom.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers.
Well, isn't that just...
But worry not, I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
Damn. There's no response from the door and nothing unusual about it. Knock knock.
Question 1. Who is it?
Boo. Hi, Mom. Please, open up!
That's actually quite an amusing approach. It's probably not going to get us anywhere, but I do admire your sense of humor and your commitment to it.
That's funny. Shut up.
Question 1. Who is it?
It's Boo and her retinue? Retinue?
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide! Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Next question, please. Courage and strength?
Oh, no, don't say that. Even though the writings you saw do prove that bravery has its uses.
You do realize we can hear everything you're saying, right?
No.
If you say it out loud, you'll only set those three off arguing again. Thinking it is fine, but please promise me you won't say it.
For me?
Question 2. By which...
Hard work and wealth?
To be completely honest, hard work is a bit of an alien concept to us here in the Constellation Metropole. We have hardware and we have clockwork, but not hard work.
Maybe it like got lost in translation.
Question 2. By which
Okay,
virtue
wisdom.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct.
Yay!
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world or the truth of this world?
What's going on over here? Whereas both are equally real.
Here. Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream, and that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Door opens and a puff of... Okay.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key.
Yes, sir. Sorry, yes, sir. Fuck, I keep saying it
and
wrong.
this is my family crest.
It's a question mark. Okay. Before we do that, what's going on over here? Yay! It's just vegetable. I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm on my way. Yeah. Gosh, so annoying. There we go. Okay, I start here. Wait, huh? Kirara, help me.
Do we really need this one?
Oh wait, okay, I see. Okay, I see now. Yeah. Thank you, Kirara. Open it all. Huh? Is it wrong? Oh no, I just needed to open the chest.
Now, let me see what
elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Cape.
Damn! Wise Antonio, in the basement of the crumbling house, began reading the ancient book he had found. His old lamp shook from time to time as the swaying structure above ground collapsed. The will was to be symbolically wrapped by the dragon, and he had been chosen by the dragon, for he had not returned home. But Antonio did not care. He only wished to study the book the old lady had given him on the bridge he passed today. The book was titled The Radiant Charter? The Radiant Charter. And within was recorded all the rules that were believed. Oh, there we go. And within was recorded all the rules that every believed all beings. Got it. And within was recorded all the rules that every being in Simolanka must follow. It was written in the language of world creation at the very start, and if Antonio was not possessed of extraordinary wisdom and deciphered this primordial text, there would have been no study to be had. This book recorded no solution as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation's satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. The morning light shone through the ruin of his home, and the neighboring blacksmith and shabby took great pains to get rid of the house's wreckage, which blocked the basement hatch. With dark circles about his eyes, Antonio said to the shabby chief, "I shall defeat the dragon. I will return tomorrow." "Are you sure you're alright? You don't look like you got any sleep. Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it." The dragon sat atop a mountain of treasure, gazing down at the insignificant little Antonio walking closer. Flames gathered in his throat, preparing to burn the area 1 centimeter before him. All the better to scare this puny, foolish creature away. "Halt! I'm a qualified second master Meister? The Radiant Charter states that should I refuse a duel, you cannot use force. This restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. Ah, how we dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow." Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class rust clearing Meister qualification exam he had taken on the lark would come in useful. And since I am second-class Meister, I propose a duel of riddles. You cannot refuse. Am I pronouncing Meister? Quick Google Translate. Meister? Like that?
Meister.
Fuck. Now, Simolanka had just such a law, mainly for the benefit of Phoenix, old sages, and princesses who wished to make life hard for others. Damn! The evil dragon had not expected this rule to catch up with it. I shall ask the first question. My house sold for 8,000 mora yesterday, but I thought there was room to raise the price, so I bought it back for 9,000. Planning to sell it for 10,000. How much mora did I lose in the end? The dragon laughed in contempt. What's so hard about that? You could have waited until it hit 10,000 to make your move, but you sold for 8,000 and bought for 9, so you lost 1,000 mora that you could have earned instead. Wrong. You burned my house down yesterday and I could have sold it in time, so I've lost far more. Sorry, I mean, I do have to burn a house and you happen to not be house. Sorry, I mean, I do have to burn a house and you happen not to be home? So I might have well hit one that doesn't result in any loss of life. Now that you've lost this contest, I have the right to loot of the same value as your life. Minus 1 mora. And considering that you burnt my house, I can seek damage. Let's assume that my house is worth just 1 mora. Well, then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself? Please spare me, I'll give you anything. Your words, not mine. Antonio said as he pulled out a contract he had written long ago. Thus did Antonio used his wisdom to take all the evil dragon's treasures. The dragon, devastated, would never again return to attack Constellation's satellite, where Antonio lived. Many years later, a child asked Antonio, "You sold your place for 8,000 and spent 9,000 buying it back, so it looks like you actually did lose 1,000 mora?" Written by AA for an asshole.
Look, my clan's history is true as well. There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here.
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Not so fast, buddy. We're still gonna go check it out.
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
We could have seen that one.
Bobarano, how can that be?
I mean, we can go check it out probably.
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi.
She do a little trolling.
But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Kirara, I think that's just Yaimiko pulling a fast one on you.
Oh, don't mind, Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Yeah, that's just how she is.
Actually, that reminds me.
Oh,
We
actually.
can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Bobarano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, bet you guys don't even have chests over there I can steal.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Yoink. When you.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Just one?
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Okay, but like, what if I had a bomb?
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all.
Oh.
Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny.
Oh, you guys are so small and petite.
So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Damn!
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
I went right. Fuck. Of course, there's a fucking. Damn it! I should have kept. I'm just a cat. Meow. Why did I put arrows? Thanks.
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging?
No.
We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Is it like it's a hate symbol or some shit? It's Clara E. I can figure that out.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't you? Except empathy.
Aren't you guys a cheerful bunch?
Over here! I found it!
Wait, what?
Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
Sorry.
I'll go keep watch.
Okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I gotta start from there? I'm sorry. Like that? Fuck, that was not it.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizzi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
How do I... Oh! How do I reset it? Oh, do I punch these? Oh, you want me to go this way? Like that? Do I have to use all of them? I don't think that was right. Yeah, that was not it. Like this? Didn't I just do this? Oh my god, I did. Okay, whatever. I just did it the wrong way,
This
my
is the
bad.
last one.
Galileo and Alberto did many good deeds again today. Though it was most tiring to help the old lady on the bridge move her barrels of hard apple cider, they each got a smaller barrel as a reward. The moonlight was unobstructed and beautiful, and the two good friends climbed up the high wall that had been built to stave the evil dragon off. Alberto lost the rock, paper, scissors match, so he had to hold the barrel of cider under the crook of his arm as they climbed the ladder. Look! This big house that our chubby chief was so proud of. Doesn't look so big from here, huh? Said Alberto, as he looked at the house. You're wrong. That's my house, said Galileo. The chief house is that one. Alberto's night vision was not all that good, and moonlight could never compare to daylight. If one were to close one's eyes, the light could not be seen at all. He tried to a little harder, but could discern nothing more. It is also really small, Galileo continued. So there's nothing wrong with your statement. Galileo and Alberto were both rather perspective people. Galileo replied, covered for Alberto's comfort regarding his poor vision. While Alberto has lost the rock, paper, scissors match on purpose so that he could carry the cider barrel because the Galileo's ribs were injured. Here's to you. The two friends raised a toast. Once, Alberto stuffed a cork back into the barrel. The next day, the two gathered everyone in the village plaza. First, they apologized for the collapse of the anti-dragon wall and told all the people that they were preparing to have a talk with the evil dragon. I know it was a lot of work for everyone to fix that wall, but we're not that fussed about it anyway, the chubby chief said. But are you sure you're not bragging when you say you knocked it down yourself? Of course, that was not the chief's point. He too was a good person. He continued. Also, it's too dangerous to seek the dragon out. Don't worry about us. And so, two best friends in the whole world departed. The evil dragon trembled before Alberto and Galileo for some reason. The old lady's liquor could have made people grow very, very large. That was how they accidentally squashed the high wall the previous night. As they gazed down at the ground far below, they more or less understood how the dragon thought. No wonder it could accidentally destroy the village at its feet. So as long as they could get the dragon to notice people, they could surely come to an understanding. The two friends thus drank all the remaining magic cider, becoming even larger than the dragon by a good margin. Reeking of alcohol, they sandwiched the dragon between them and drunkenly tried reasoning with it. The dragon shriveled up in terror. All of his I generally can't figure out what that word is. Damn it! All of his something and fell aura forever gone. Indeed, it even looked kind of pitiful. Alberto attempted to pick dirt off the scales of the dragon's back, but wound up picking off an entire scale. The dragon thought to flee, but Galileo, fearing that this crisis might persist for 10,000 years more, the understanding was not cleared up, tugged his tail and dragged it right back. To be honest, we always lived under your feet, but we are far too small. You may not have even seen us. Now, we're transformed and become big. I can't burp on command, I'm sorry. Galileo said, so now, surely, you must know that we dwell at your feet. The dragon nodded repeatedly, and thus did the two, and the dragon sat all night, and believing the goal of mutual understanding achieved. The two set off along their road home. Bye, Apple Oz.
The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
That's not at all what you said.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma. When there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They all lost interest.
Damn, 88? That's too many books. 88? Another Wonderland Showtime reference. Wonderland Showtime mentioned! Let's go!
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
There was 3 dragons.
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier, so Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
Go on, Paimon.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps, and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
They'll never catch me alive.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
No one said they had to ring that many times. Just like 2 at best. I don't know. Oh. There's a giant guard following me? Is a giant guard in the room with us right now? Was I supposed to get seen by the guards and then they didn't? Because I fucking wind glided my ass.
Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Good idea.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean your mom.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this, and all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth, so we just have to accept it.
Damn, that's it? Just, okay. Well, I mean, if you say so.
As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Really? It's that easy?
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? Pointlessly happy ending? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Yeah, I agree.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Well, let him be. I don't know. I don't care.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Well, you guys have fun.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before
No,
she
I didn't.
was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding.
My ass did not think that.
The voice in her head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Her voices! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
Someone fell over. This cannot. Oh my god, it's them. It's a guys.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The 3 great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
You're telling me he's dead?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappe!
How did this happen?
Cappe, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
I was gonna say, I don't know, man. Kinda weird.
Last words. What did he say?
Detective looking dude, I think.
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
No, we all remember.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
Harlan, can you go wind this year up?
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Yes.
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? It's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Wait, what does that mean?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cappe's not dead?
His gears, metal frame and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait, but surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
That's not what we said.
No, there's a need. Huge need.
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere.
Oh, if only there was a official clockwork pedestal of the goddess prophecy around here.
Excuse me.
Excused, I guess.
Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
It would?
Where?
You fucking lying bitch.
Howdy. didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
Uh-oh.
Oh, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
It's right behind us, isn't it?
Ah, so it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
I mean, yeah, sure. I got, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Hey!
The crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yum. Wait. Yum. Wait.
First, get into position like this. Then move like that.
Not right now. Yum. Oh, he just fell on his own. What a bozo. Who could have seen that one coming? And then he just stayed still. I like to believe he isn't even, like, dead. Or, like, you know. He just fell, like... He accidentally fell and he was like, okay, well, I gotta commit to the bit, so I'm dead now.
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
Oh.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
I mean, we just saw what happened, so I mean...
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now.
Well, I mean, technically, how
Maybe the
before
truth
he
is
went
inherently
here,
strange
you
by
don't know about the
nature.
glue part, you know?
Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
So you made that up. You're faking it. I bet you're not even a real
He could have
detective.
bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house, then walked here in a daze before finally passing out.
I think you're not even a real detective, if that's not even your real name.
As for why he might have done that, my guess is...
Is...
With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
I still feel like my theory is better. He accidentally tripped and then he was like, fuck, that's so embarrassing, I have to pretend to be dead now.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural.
I just feel like he, you know.
Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't
Right,
appear
that's
in
what I was
replay.
saying.
Is it possible that something was missing from the scene?
Also, let's say if someone walked out of the scene that did it, and they are far enough for it to not be in the like replay section, or am I just like, am I overthinking it?
Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, we're gonna head to Cappe's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
Genshin Impact. Title screen. Sorry. What's over here? Oh, a pickaxe!
What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
A special pickaxe? An autistic pickaxe?
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance?
Your spear, huh? Alright. Hyman, hand, I need to write this on your hand.
Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Spear.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Aren't you dead on the floor? I'm just kidding.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
My bad.
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Guards, arrest this guy. Just kidding.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
Being a courier doesn't sound very safe either.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch.
Special pickaxe, huh?
And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
What?
I'm not. Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Damn.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious. Because you know who else needs pickaxes? Miners. And you know what? Miners. Someone is a...
Yoo-hoo!
Sorry. The pickaxe is here, but where's the miner? Someone kidnapped a miner. Aha! Just kidding. Aha! Grocery store owner. We got you this time.
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today.
Why?
A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
Okay. Okay. Aha! A bottle!
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
Well, not the guard spear, because he got pickaxe.
If it was the pickaxe, Cafe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch.
Exactly.
Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cape's house?
Wait a second. I bet his name isn't even Detective.
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
Nothing. It's just kind of weird how you stood behind him when he fell down, you know?
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Surely you don't mind, huh?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
Oh no, you stay right there.
Can't even move. Let me just give you...
We should be good now.
Let me just rewind this. I bet his real name isn't even Detective.
So you're the attacker!
So, it was you!
Don't even try and run away now. We got you cornered. You're also like 2 centimeters and I have a bomb.
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can!
Well, I will. I will, don't worry.
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath.
Cheating.
Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold level courier of the Kuma...
He's cheating! Sorry.
A characteristically catty response from the Nekomata. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam.
Plus, you're being a bitch anyway with the attitude. You're cheating!
Ah, you fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers.
You narrator all along! Just kidding, I already do that.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but I...
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb. Sorry, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall?
I'm beat. I surrender.
Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. Even got my foot on him, you know, like the victor pose.
You've got nowhere left to run.
Unless you want to take a little step into the water.
All right, I confess.
Your name's not even detective, is it?
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I knew.
Okay, I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
He's allergic to beans!
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation, and I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
Well, is this supposed to be shocking to us?
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the Goddess of Fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked
I
best.
figured that one out too. I just didn't say it. I was like, this has to be like 3 drafts, but I didn't say it.
Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The Goddess of Fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
But there's still only one dragon.
Who would have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
Yeah, like what was this all for?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further.
Oh, but they just accepted the truth and all that. Okay, well.
But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Next question.
Aww.
Next question. Paimon, don't show sympathy. Don't do that.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans.
I'll try to remember that.
If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves.
Wow. What I'm getting at is, they could have solved it with the power of friendship, but instead, they decided to argue about it. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Who's there? Who's there?
Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt, the world within fairy tales is as real as can be, and by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess, is it really you?
No.
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Meow.
Necromora!
Just your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
I bet that's not even his real name.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
The leader surrendered, detective. I bet his name is actually the narrator. Back to Capet. So we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard mulled it over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles, but no smiling from the victim or their families and family. Thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1, say cheese. It's so cute.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
The narrator, the criminal.
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
Paimon, you know the drill? You tell the 3? No, I don't tell shit. I don't tell shit. They could have removed the Greek gods.
Does he really think we didn't try that? Because we did, after 6 months in that place.
That was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
Damn, you just were like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm not even gonna try.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
They just gave up. Fucking pussies.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
You said cat, but it says dog. Is it a cat or a dog? Is it a puppy cat?
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
No, it didn't. You're crazy.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective just to annoy him.
And then they jump together in the pose and there's like music.
But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real.
We never cared about the destination. It was all about the journey and the friends we made along the way.
If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Capet and Albizzi, weren't real, I'd be devastated.
Dude, I got bad news. Sorry, I could've gone. That was kind of mean. There's more? Hello. It's scratched. Oh.